Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, shoved it up. It got shoved, right?
What's up, Spartans fans, and welcome to episode 74 of the Spartan Savants podcast. It is a big week for the green and white faithful. It's that sucker week. Michigan State takes on Michigan in the game that they're now calling that sucker. Big one in East Lansing this weekend, and we're going to get into all of it. Obviously, there's so much to talk about, a lot of rivalry discussion. And we'll unfortunately go back and talk about the Indiana game a little bit. But I'm joined, of course, by the Dallas duo, Travis and Nikki. How we doing, fellas?
Is it basketball season yet?
Tom Izzo's been in the press a lot this week from his comments, which most people tend to be agreeing with, I being one of them. But that for another podcast. Nikki, how are you?
I'm pretty good. You know, it's Michigan hate week. I'm letting the hate
go
course through my veins.
It is. I've been waiting for Jonathan Smith to say that sucker all week.
Yeah,
he just hasn't done it. It's hard for it to catch on if he doesn't say it again.
Hey, I've done my best.
You have,
I think I've used that term in 2 or 3 articles.
You have, and I so appreciate that.
I do too.
So appreciate that.
It will catch on. It's that sucker. What can you call it?
I love it so much. I really hope it catches on. Jonathan Smith might have to stay around for a couple of years for that to ever catch on.
You're gonna have to win one for sure.
Yeah. So I missed the last episode, and I want to get into the Indiana game, but I want to start with Jonathan Smith's job security and where we're at there, because I haven't had a chance to talk about it with you two on the air. And I listened to last week's episode, and I thought you both were very on point with where things are at. A week later now, lost Indiana on the books. Where do you guys stand now? I'm assuming not much has changed, but I want to check in.
Yeah, for me, I mean, if we show improvement, if we start winning games from here on out, sure, we can keep them. But I mean, if the best that was the best blowout I've seen in a while, but we still got blown out. Like,
Yeah.
And people say, well, you guys are supposed to get blown out. I don't want us to be we should not be in situations where we're supposed to get blown out by a team. Like, we should not be having situations where we get blown out 2 weeks in a row anymore. Like, that's really not that much to ask.
Like my feelings on it haven't changed. What I think is going to happen keeps changing week to week. It's more like that. It's like I'm sick of like I've said last week, I'm sick of seeing the product on the field, particularly how bad the defense has been. And that was even before Smith, so that wasn't really even a Smith thing. But it's just the product on the field hasn't matched what our expectations had grown to be before these last 2 coaches. So it's more of a frustration thing than anything.
Yeah, I'm with you. So my mindset going into last week was based on what I was hearing and kind of what I thought was that if it didn't go well versus Indiana, he was going to get fired. And I didn't watch most of the game. I only really saw the score. But based on the score, it didn't look like it went well. But this week it's been kind of crickets on the job security front, and you have Tom Izzo preaching patience again, talking about how hard the job is. So I truly am a little surprised to hear that it almost feels like the talk of his job or him getting fired is kind of quieted a bit. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I feel like I forget which one of you said it, but it feels like they're doing whatever they can to find a reason to keep him right now.
Yeah,
which I wouldn't have thought a week ago. Like I ran into one of the radio hosts around here who does a college football show in the press box, and he asked me about Jonathan Smith, and I told him I'd be surprised if he's around 2 weeks from now. Mm-hmm. And now I'm thinking wow, I was probably totally wrong about that because they seem like they're taking, even though it was a blowout, it seems like they're almost finding it as a moral victory, which is ridiculous. But there's also the fact that there's 11 head coaching jobs out there already. So do you really want to be competing with 11 other schools for the same guys to take the head coaching job? And that's one thing they got to decide. I mean,
yeah, that makes sense. So let's go to the Indiana game. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of it. Was there positives to take away? Like it seems like they're saying.
Did you watch the Rutgers game last year, Willie?
Yeah.
You saw this game. Did you watch? It was the classic first quarter and a half. Oh, it's pretty close. Like we're winning for a minute. Oh, maybe it's maybe we can do something. And then just defense can't stop anything.
right.
One mistake, snowballs, and then we're blown out again. Like it was every game you've seen. It was with Coach House.
Yeah, it was basically offense gets a few plays, kind of makes it look interesting, and then right before halftime, we don't capitalize, and the other team turns around and turns that into a score, and all of a sudden we're down 3 scores.
Oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
We are great.
Yeah,
we are great at the 17. Other team gets 17 points in 3 minutes playing.
yeah. Well, I think I texted you guys right before halftime. Oh, I can't wait to be down 28-10 at the half.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly the type of game that it was.
It's almost like the football team is the opposite of the basketball team. They don't have the vanity comeback. They have the vanity hot start, like we're going to be in this, and then it's just obviously not going to be the case.
It's vanity competitiveness.
Right. Yeah.
It's the exact same thing we've been. It's crazy.
It's like if you could sit down and write a script, that's how you would write it.
Yeah, you almost need a new word for it, honestly. Yeah.
I don't like it when we have scripts.
How did Childs look? I mean, the offense only scored 13 points.
Childs was really good.
Childs had he looked like he had the first 5 games of the year instead of the last 2.
Probably top 3 game of his career.
Yeah, it was one of his best games. Passing game was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, so I think got Marsh more involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they just couldn't do anything for when they had the chances to score.
Yeah.
Very few. I mean,
the defense is pretty bad. I was looking at where we ranked and just the key stats like yards per game, passing yards per game, rushing yards per game. And the best we rank is 50th in rushing yards allowed. And we were still allowing 131 rushing yards.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that's from that USC game too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we were top 10 rushing defense going into that game. So
and when you can pass on us like they do,
why run the ball? Yeah, exactly.
Would surprise you, we're 111th in passing defense. So
that's improvement.
Like I said, pretty bad.
What's up with those other teams below us?
Yeah,
you gotta be.
I didn't think it got any worse.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, I guess before we move on for the Jonathan Smith talk, and I'm kind of circling back here. If he beats Michigan Saturday, do you think it's automatic keeping his job for next year? No,
I don't think it's automatic. I think it helps, though. I mean, it clearly helps. But if he beats Michigan and we finish 4-8, that's not going to satisfy anybody.
Yeah. And if he loses, do you think they'll fire him Sunday?
He has to at least the bye, I think, no matter what.
I don't think they want Michigan to be the team. They don't want to give Michigan the satisfaction of not being the reason that Jonathan Smith gets fired.
That was my reason for firing him before the Michigan game. Was I don't want Michigan to be that final straw.
Yeah.
I don't want to give them that.
My thought is they're not going to fire him at all. I think that, Nikki, you were the one that said they're looking for any chance to keep him or any reason to keep him. I think they've already found it, and he's not getting fired.
Yeah.
Not that saying that's what I want. I don't think he's getting fired.
Yeah,
disagree.
that's what it feels like, honestly. The further this goes along, especially like I said, with all those openings still out there, and there's going to be more. I mean, probably Mike Norvell probably going to be gone from Florida State at the end of the year too. So that's a 12th opening. That's a lot of openings for one cycle.
Didn't they give him a vote of confidence?
They said do a comprehensive review of the football program at the end of the year.
They gave him to the end of the year, pretty much.
Here's the thing with Norvell.
It doesn't sound like a guy who's going to have a job.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Norvell. His buyout is $51 million. I don't think they have the money for that. And I was doing some reading on it.
Yeah.
They said it would be about $100 million to fire Norvell, current staff, and hire a new staff.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Nikki, I think the vote of confidence you were thinking of was Luke Fickell.
He got the vote of confidence. I think he's safe for another year.
Yeah,
which is sad.
Yeah, it's crazy because like I saw something today on Twitter. It was like, does the Wisconsin athletic director even watch football?
What he's done to that program is so sad. Like Wisconsin, I heard it on the podcast earlier. I don't know if it was Barstool or Josh Pate, but they used to be fat guys and running backs, and they were good at that. And now they are just like this. They like the air raid thing.
Barstool. Yeah. I heard the same thing.
Not a thing.
Yeah. I have a neighbor who's from Wisconsin, is a Badger fan, and he doesn't even watch the games anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how far they've gone.
Yeah.
Must be a nice, pleasant existence.
Yeah. My inkling with Smith too is that like you don't, and I know Michigan State's not this massive program right now. Like they're not going to be talked about ahead of Penn State, Florida State, what other job openings are. But like when UAB was talking about firing, like you heard about UAB talking about firing Trent Dilfer, you don't hear about Michigan State having discussions or you don't see on College Game Day them talking about coaches on the hot seat. You don't see his name come up. Or if you search, NCAA college football coaching hot seats, you don't see Michigan State's name in that conversation. So I feel like insiders have this knowledge that they're not whether they're not expecting it or they're being told that he's not going to be fired.
There was a CBS Sports hot seat rankings article a couple of weeks ago that ranked him 28th in the hot seat rankings. Yeah. That's the only thing that I've seen.
I think a loss to Michigan this week will probably elevate that. And I also think I don't think they found the reason to keep him yet. I think if we show improvement, we'll keep him and we win 2 more games, whatever they might be. But I mean, if we're still getting blown out every game and we go 3-9, if we don't improve at all, I just can't see doing that because we have to get we're going to be bad unless the donors get invested. So if they're not going to throw money at Jonathan Smith,
get somebody who they're going to throw money to.
We have to fire him.
Well, they're going to need the donors to throw some money to fire him.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The school covers that.
And
we're getting $20 million revenue share stuff. We got the money.
Yeah, we still have to pay for a roster. I did read that his buyout is $500K a month payment, so it's not due.
It's not all at once,
all up front, which makes it, I think, a little softer.
Yeah,
it
makes it a little more worth it if they make the move.
Yeah, I do think there's something to be said about how this game goes against Michigan. I think if it's I think there's 2 ways where it could go really bad for Jonathan Smith. One, if it's a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
2, if there's coaching mistakes like there was last year where we have to call timeout on the 5-yard line or delay a game, whether we're on 4th down, if we're going to go for it or not, and then we have to kick a field goal. The halftime, right before halftime situation. If there's coaching mistakes that screw it up, I think that could also be very bad. But if it's one of those they fought hard, they just don't have the they just don't have the players, but they're showing a lot of guts and resolve. That kind of loss.
One Jonathan Smith game that had that happen.
Well, I think that the way they're talking about this Indiana game is had like this moral victory. I feel like.
Yeah, I know that bothered me honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, you lost by 25 points.
Well, I saw some article that was like Kurt Signetti is like not like doesn't typically compliment his opponents after games or anything, and he said something nice about how hard Michigan State fought or something, and everyone was like, "That's a big big compliment coming from him." And I was like, "That motherfucker should have shut his mouth."
Yeah,
Like he did that because he wants him to stay the coach. Auto win.
Auto.
It's like the Izzo thing where he's like, Fred Hoiberg is a great coach.
He's also not pleased with winning by just 25.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a save face, like, oh, they were better than we thought because we didn't win by as much as we wanted to.
They blew us out.
Yeah,
they did, but they thought they were going to do it more. I'm sure
they didn't cover.
Yeah, they didn't cover.
Let's jump into the Michigan game here. Just give me where your head is at as we go into this thing. Another night game versus Michigan, first of all. I mean, I don't know who we have to blow to play at noon or 3:30 in this game, but
I apologize to the national NBC audience for this game. It's brutal.
Nikki, where are you at? You're a believer?
Not really. It would be nice. I would look if today's the day that changes the tide. I'll love it. I'll be very happy. They might give Bryce Underwood the Heisman after this game. Like, what have we done? Like, what have I seen to make me think we can win any game?
Yeah.
As opposed to this game.
Yeah.
We have a moral everything just feels kind of manufactured. Like, oh man, we sure hate those guys. Like, I just don't know if I believe it.
Yeah.
Travis, go ahead. I definitely want to talk about where the rivalry's at right now and how the team views it. But Travis, we'll get to that later. Travis, give me your thoughts on where you're at.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Nikki. I don't want to say like there's no chance because I don't think this Michigan team is I don't think they're a top 25 team, honestly. I don't think, you look at them, they're not as good as they have been. What's different about them this year is that they have a quarterback who can actually throw a forward pass. Last year, they didn't have that. It was all about the quarterback run in the running game. They're still about the running game because they got the two running backs are going to be the big determining factor on their side for their offense. And our run at the same time, our run defense shutting them down is going to be key. But I mean, like Nikki said earlier, why run the ball when you can just throw for however many yards you want on this defense? And that's what makes me think that there's not no chance, but there's very, very little chance because our defense isn't going to stop anybody. They never do. And so that's like, you can make a good case that the defense is the reason we're in the situation we are right now.
Yeah.
That's the part that makes me like, usually I have some kind of faith in this rivalry and like hope for some kind of upset, except for the past couple of years. And this year, I mean, last year was different because nobody was really ranked, or neither one of the teams was good. But I mean, this year I'm having trouble finding like any fight against Wolverines myself. So it's
I was looking at it and I was kind of trying to find, reasons to be hopeful. Their pass defense is not great. They rank 95th in pass yards allowed per game. The rush defense is pretty good. They're top 25 there. The rush defense they're pretty good. They're top 15. So that's not
pretty
great. But their pass defense, it's 57th. I mean, that's not like, that's not going to, that's not saving a lot of games, for your team. But offensively, again, it's not the best Michigan team. To your point, Travis, it's not like they're this great juggernaut. They can run the ball. They have some explosive running backs that have popped off for some huge runs. But they don't do anything great. I think one saving grace I keep coming back to is that this is Bryce Underwood's first year playing. It's on the road. He can throw the ball forward, but they don't have great receivers. Now they might look great versus our defensive backs.
Right.
That may end up being the case. But again, I'm trying to find something to grasp on for hope. But it's not. There's nothing really solid to hold on to here.
I mean, they haven't blown anybody out, so there's one thing.
Yeah, and I do like this spot where all the pressure's kind of on them. Like Jonathan Smith has a lot of pressure to win, but there's not a ton of pressure on our players to win. Other than the normal pressure of this game, right? Like, if Michigan loses, their season 1 is over. 2, they're going to feel like idiots. Their fan base is going to be pissed. If we lose, we're going to be upset, but I think there's a general expectation that we probably will lose. I don't think I'll hang my head any more than I did after USC or Indiana. But I don't know. I mean, X's and O's wise, Travis, is there anything you're seeing that should be super concerning or, provide us with some hope?
I don't know. I mean, just I honestly hadn't looked into it that much other than the running game. And then I don't think they're in the trenches. They're as strong as they have been the past few years. That's probably one thing is that our lines don't push anybody around though. So I don't know how much that actually helps. I just hate going into a game feeling like this over and over again. Oh, we might have some hope. By the way, if we lose, it won't be surprising. And it is actually kind of expected. It's a shitty feeling.
Or it's like, oh, this player's actually kind of played well last game. Yeah, he might be our new guy. Oh, and he's out for the rest of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Like LaFalliere that got for the year.
Yep.
Maybe Stanton Ramel will be back. That would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice to
We have
see
so many
some
injuries.
guys. The injury list versus Indiana was unbelievable. Like I'm not sure that I've seen it like that.
I mean, what does it take to get a good strength and conditioning coach around here?
Nikai Martinez has been like a game time decision for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, basically all season.
And he hasn't been that great when he's been in, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, look, maybe this is like low key, like maybe they are getting super hyped. Like, and they're gonna put it all on the field, and that would be pretty nice. Are you guys in the? I don't know if you were going to talk about later, but are you guys in the camp? Because I know they're talking about on Valenti today, in the past few days, like where you're rooting for Michigan for a bigger chance of, or like, are you nervous that if we win, we'll keep the job? Like, or where are you at there? Because I don't think I can root against them.
I certainly will not be rooting against Michigan State. I already do not think they're going to fire Jonathan Smith. So I think win or lose, his job is probably not impacted unless it just is so ugly. So no, I want them to win. As I want them to win more, as much as I did in 2021, as much as I did in 2022, as much as I did in 2015. Travis, I don't know if you feel differently.
No, I mean, I will never root for us to lose to Michigan. I mean, God, that's beyond sick.
That's messed up.
That's just crazy talk. But I also don't think that this one game has much bearing on Jonathan Smith's job. It's going to be how they finish the season, and unless we get blown out like 63-0, which means we're like Central Michigan level of talent and capability, there's not much going to be changing off of this game.
Do you guys feel like, from a fan base perspective and from a team perspective, program perspective, that the hate is just not as high as it has been? Like, it doesn't seem as intense leading up to it. Like, like I'm scrolling through Twitter, and usually it's just all you see is back and forth, and I really don't see a lot of it this year. I'm just, in my mind, it's like, oh, okay, that game's on Saturday. Like, usually I'm like, and I know I just said I want them to win as bad as I did in 2015, as bad as I did in 2021, and it's true. But like, usually during this week, all I can do is eat, sleep, drink that sucker. Yeah. And this week I'm just kind of like, oh, the game's on Saturday. Like, I'll start to get nervous around noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, and more as the game gets closer. But like usually I'm up pacing, on Tuesday, and now I'm kind of like, oh, we'll see what happens Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's because of what we've talked about. We know that there's a really good chance this isn't even a competitive game. We're just so it sucks. Like I said, we're just so down on our team that we're not as fired up for this week as we usually are.
Yeah. We're just like we keep saying we're at rock bottom, but I think we're actually like
rock mid.
We just know we literally cannot get worse. Like I can physically not get any more upset about MSU being bad. We're not worse if we lose this game. We just are still
what we think we are. We are who we thought we were.
Do you think it's at a program level? Do you feel like there's not enough hate for Michigan, like inside the locker room?
I mean, if they're having to hold summer seminars or whatever to teach about the rivalry, yeah.
To that point, I'm glad they did that because I think when you have a lot of transfers, I think people you recruited from high school or that have been on the field or that have been in the program for this game they probably have an idea. Obviously, people from Michigan, they'll know. But when you have a lot of transfers, I do think it's hard to, especially now when they're playing for money. They're not playing for pride of being a Spartan or pride of being a Wolverine. They're playing for money. They're playing typically at who's giving them the most money. Yeah. And I think that does add to it because I feel like there's just not enough hatred in the locker room right now. It's not there's not enough. I want to kick those guys' asses.
Yeah, like when D'Antonio was here, he was the one driving the bus for that.
Yeah,
that was his MO that won everybody over was we're gonna come in here. We hate those guys. We're gonna beat Michigan, and his recruiting MO was, hey, Ohio State and Michigan didn't give you offers. Come over here and beat them with us. Like that. That's not the kind of attitude that we've had since he left.
It feels like the rivalry has turned into like a pearl clutching contest. It's the lamest thing ever. Like, well, they're gonna take some cheap shots at us. Oh yeah, people are gonna start assaulting people at the stadium. Like, I mean, I do love the bit of Michigan fans acting like East Lansing is just the most dangerous place on earth. Like if you go to East Lansing to play football at night, you're gonna die. Like it's literally a college town. You're a football game.
Yeah. No, I think you guys are right there. I want Jonathan, and I know that he talked about it a little more this year, like how important it is and how much he learned last year. And I want to hear him say that he doesn't like Michigan. And I don't know why that's so hard, or he doesn't.
Yeah.
Why he shies away from that. Like, you have the video I retweeted this week of Tom Izzo saying, I don't like them. I don't like one thing about them, something like that. Obviously, D'Antonio built his reputation on that. Even Mel Tucker in 2021, he was on College Game Day and was like, I don't like Michigan.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Jonathan Smith grasp that that's what we want to hear? Like, especially at a time now when his ass is in the jackpot. Like, he is, depending on who you ask, he is minutes a game away from being fired, maybe by the end of the season. At the very best, he's on, we've got one more year to figure this thing out. Why doesn't he want to say that? Like, there would be at least get some support from the fans.
Yeah.
Like,
it would get
like,
the juices
this
flowing.
guy fucking gets it, but he doesn't say anything like that.
Yeah. And even when Mel Tucker came in, he pulled like the Michigan Ohio State bit where we don't say that school's name.
Mm-hmm.
It's the school down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get I don't need you to change your personality, but you got to play to the crowd a little bit. Like,
a little bit, yeah. Don't be someone you're not.
Get into the rivalry. Yeah.
You don't have to be like, Shawn Moore wearing that blue collar jacket was so stupid. I can't wait to beat his ass. Like, it would be cool.
I would love that.
It would be really sick. Jonathan Smith, please go say that tomorrow. Yeah. But if you could just be like I just can't wait to beat him. Like, just something like I would like saying like I I would not like. There's no greater pleasure. Okay, this would be an insane thing to say. Pleasure than beating Wolverines or like
Right.
just
Something as simple as, hey, after last year, I learned I don't like those guys at all. Like, you know what? There is an intense dislike. You don't have to use the word hate, but like just something to give the fans a little bit of,
Yeah, like he's always like, yeah, I now understand the rival, like how intense it is. Might be like, yeah, after last year, like, oh man, I hated losing to them like that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get my revenge. Like,
Exactly.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, that's like the bare understanding the rivalry is like the bare minimum. Like that's expected, man.
Yeah,
like
that should have been a prerequisite for the job, honestly.
truly, yeah, for being honest. Yeah. I was thinking about this earlier. With Jim Harbaugh gone, there's not like a true like, and I think this also kind of adds to like the loss in intensity. There's not like a true like face of Michigan football that I'm like, oh, I hate that person. I like, do you guys? I know I have one that I've been, trying to turn into one for a couple of years now.
I mean,
and that's Jabba, the athletic director. Ward Manuel, for those of you that don't know. But do you guys have anyone over there that you're like, oh, that guy? Like, I don't know Bryce Underwood,
Right. He could be eventually. Sherrod Moore is probably the closest right now.
Yeah, I mean, Sherrod Moore, I just feel like bad for. Like, that guy cried during an interview. Like, he's not cool enough to hate, in my opinion. Like,
Sherrod Moore, I think,
move for me. Yeah,
Sherrod Moore makes me laugh. Like, it would be cool. Like, I mean, it'd be fun if we could beat him.
Yeah.
But
I
mean, Ward is
his reaction.
Ward is the devil. Like that. But Bryce Underwood could do a great job making us hate him tomorrow. Like,
he could.
I hope he doesn't do it in the not fun or not tomorrow, but whenever. I hope he does it in a more fun way of just like losing and throwing a temper tantrum or something. But
right.
I mean, I like him when he was going to LSU.
I love that.
Yeah.
But like no one. I guess I don't like Jaden Mangum, but it's because he went to MSU.
Yeah, not relevant enough.
He's getting the pick 6 this week. That
would make my skin crawl.
Ugh.
Can't have that.
Yeah, it does seem like we need like another like Mike Hart little brother moment or something like that.
Yeah. Most of Loveland last year was bad. It's so lame doing that and leaving.
Yeah.
Who were the guys who did the belt to ass video this year?
Oh shoot, I don't know.
I think that was like Rayshawn Benny and somebody else. I'm not sure though.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're just. I just hate all of them, really. But like, I mean, if we were just better, like if we had a pulse, I would definitely be way more angry. But it's just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're almost like waiting out a clock, waiting for the alarm to go off or something.
Yeah. It does feel like that a little bit. Any other Michigan hate topics?
I mean, how much time you got, brother?
Let's see. Like, they haven't really been any worse than usual this year. Like,
I know, like they haven't piped up either, which is kind of like I'm waiting for someone to say something.
Well, I've seen a couple of the Michigan people say like everybody knows. I think it was obviously like the Don Thomases of the world, like saying like everybody knows Michigan State's going to be doing cheap shots, like that kind of stuff. Which I love that bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're completely innocent of that either.
You think?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
God. I never want them to change though. I just
lack of self-awareness on that side makes this hilarious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's not enough of that right now for like not enough of that fueling a rivalry this year.
Yeah.
I love people bringing up the tunnel like it was like last year. It was what?
It was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Like,
I feels like everything changed after that.
Honestly, yeah. That was a big turning point.
It kind of feels like that was like like that Washington game was bad, but that felt like the moment where like MSU was just never a thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like the last time we've been relevant in anything. It's because we got
Yeah.
in a fight.
Yeah, I mean, they don't.
got suspended for getting in a fight last week.
Who did?
Karai Crump.
Oh, nice. Good guy.
Might be playing the wrong sport.
Yeah, like they don't even like. It's so bad, and I touched on this earlier. Like I texted you guys, like it's so bad. Like they're not even talking about our coach being on the hot seat because how irrelevant we are.
Yeah.
But it's like they don't even talk about us on College Game Day. Like I can't remember the last time that our game was even picked in the pick selection, like of the show. Like even when there are like okay years, somewhat bad years, like we felt like we were still talked about. Like we don't even get talked about now.
Yeah, I mean they always pick against us whenever it shows up.
Yeah,
That's how bad we've gotten. It's almost like an auto. Oh, these guys aren't winning this game. That's even more depressing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I honestly haven't had the chance to watch Game Day very much these last couple of years. So
That's right.
Not missing
Yeah.
much.
Hopefully there's a quiet, like maybe just behind closed doors, they've just been getting this right with the hatred and they're keeping it in the locker room. I mean, this is this team's Super Bowl. Like, really, win or lose, whatever happens after this game is pretty much irrelevant. Like, if they win, we might get this feeling that maybe we could win 2 more games and go to a bowl game. But like, this is the most important game left in the schedule. Like, if they were to win this game, win 2 more games, like, no one's going to get that excited about the Motor City Bowl or whatever, ho-hum Bahamas Bowl that we would get to go to. This is really all they have left. I mean, yes, there are more games, of course, but this is the biggest game. And like for Jonathan Smith, like your job is kind of on the line here. Like this has to be where all the efforts have gone to. Like if he came out like, hey, we didn't really game plan for Indiana very much because we were so focused on Michigan, and that's why we didn't put up much of a fight. Okay, that's fine, but that better show. Like
You better win.
Yeah, right. So I mean, this has to just be the most intense game they play from the on-field performance and from the week leading up to in terms of preparation. Like I expect this to be the best game plan that the coaches have all season. There can be no sleep this week until they feel great about the game plan.
Yeah. And I'll feel better about it if they actually make some kind of adjustments. But
the adjustments.
It's been that way all 18 games with this staff.
It's like even in high school, you would go into halftime like, okay, they're doing this, this, and this.
Yeah.
We need to do X, Y, Z. When they do this, we're going to do this. Like, forget what we worked on all week. We're doing this now. It seems like they get in the locker room and it's just like, okay, we're going to keep doing what we planned on doing. Even though it's beating us, it should eventually work because we think it's going to work. That hasn't worked. I mean, you don't see them come out in the second half and adjust to anything, offensively or defensively.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's not a scripted possession, forget about it. They're doing absolutely nothing.
The scripted possessions look great.
Yeah.
But, I think back to like Nebraska, we kept running that toss play. It's like they had this in the playbook this week and they thought it was going to be a play that worked, and it didn't work.
They can't block the
times. And then they just kept trying to run it like it was like somehow going to work eventually. Like that, like it's just
there's a lot of that,
Yeah. And look, on defense, I know the problem is they don't have the guys. I get that. It's hard to make adjustments. You can try to make adjustments, and if you don't have the guys, it's not going to work regardless. But like something to stop these people from passing all over us. Is there anything that can be done?
I mean, as a coach, as a coach, it's your job to put your team in the best possibility to succeed, and then put in the positions that strategically benefit them. And we're not seeing that.
No. I mean, it's 7:30 Saturday though. This is it. I mean, this is the Super Bowl for this team. Anything that happens after, I really, if they don't win this game, they're going to lose the fan base, a big chunk of it. Obviously not us, but it's not going to be pretty.
Empty stadiums.
Yeah, it's going to feel like those games with Harlan Barnett as interim head coach.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling you. I really think there's some back channeling going on.
You may be right. 7:30 again. I honestly can't. I know we kind of talked about it already, but like, what is the network's obsession or fetish of putting this game at night?
Yeah.
Only when we're bad.
It's only you're right. Yeah, when we're good, it's 3:30.
Yeah. I mean, what is honestly the draw of NBC national night game being a mediocre Michigan team and a bad Michigan State team?
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I thought for sure like the best we would get was like big noon kickoff.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a night game 3 years in a row.
Has it?
Yeah.
2021 was at 3:30.
22, 23, 24 were all at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because for a while they refused to play it at night.
Yeah.
At least last year's game was close.
Yeah.
Well,
We should have won that one, honestly.
Yeah. Should.
last year's game was like the beginning. It felt like every game since then is looked the same.
Yeah. We'll see. We will see what happens. It's a big one, regardless of the lack of intensity or anything that we may feel or perceive. But I hope the boys get up for this one because it's their Super Bowl, and I don't really know how else to put it for this team.
You will make a name for yourself. Like you will go in, like Aiden Childs wins. He's Spartan for life. Like doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's a legacy game. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. We haven't forgotten Rocky Lombardi, Ricky White.
Right. You never forget those guys.
Jalen
Watt Jackson was where I was going next. Yes.
Yeah.
10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I saw that. They had a pretty good article on ESPN about it.
Yeah.
Like Sam Edwards, the captain, linebacker, walk on. If he has a really good game, makes like one or two good plays and we win, boom. We'll never forget his name.
Yeah.
Like there are at least 100,000 people who will remember you forever if you make a big play in this game and win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you guys' plans for the game?
I don't know.
I am going to be watching it from the Dallas Stars press box.
Oh, nice.
So that's with a laptop in front of me.
Yeah. I'll probably watch it at home. We'll see.
That's why I was hoping for an 11 a.m. game.
Yeah.
Very much did not want to have to pull double duty there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, plenty to talk about that one post Saturday. Nikki, I believe you have Savant of the Week for us.
Yes. There were a lot of really good candidates this week. But the one that I got, because I think it just cuts to the core of the week, I guess there's a pamphlet going on like the MSU cafeterias that are saying, respect, you got to let the Wolverines cheer for their, respect the rivalry. All of our teams give this game their all year. Cheer loud for your Spartans. Let the Wolverines cheer for their own. Support your side. Skip the divide. This week's Savant of the Week, Kerr Tang's burner, said to that message, no thanks, # support the divide. And we agree.
Well said.
That's the guy we need to have in the locker room. They don't need this.
Yeah.
What is
this shit they're putting on campus?
You didn't see that in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015 when we were there.
Hell.
No, that 2012, 2013, 2014, that was like, don't get too blackout drunk at the game.
Yeah. Don't kill anybody this weekend.
Yeah,
That's
don't go to prison.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
Oh my God, that makes me want to puke.
That nonsense.
Yeah.
You're allowed to hate your rival. That's like why. That's why you watch sports.
It's not a powder puff game. I mean, come
Oh
on.
my god, this goes back to like the people that were like after the tunnel were like, we should skip this game for a year or two. Like, fuck that.
If-
What the hell are we doing?
If that's the kind of marketing and shit we're getting out of this team, then Jonathan Smith's going to stick around for a while.
That sucker. I mean, oh man. All right, ready for the picks?
Yeah.
All right, week 9. That's sucker week. Travis led last week going 8-6. Nikki and I both went 6-8. You can see Travis is still keeping himself as irrelevant.
I'm below 500. It's embarrassing.
He's only 9 games back, only 7 games below 500 now. I'm in first place at 65-54. Nikki just behind me at 63-56, and Travis at 56-63. This week we're starting off in Bloomington, Indiana. We're the second-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. I never thought I would be saying that out loud. Second-ranked Indiana Hoosiers will host the red-hot UCLA Bruins. Indiana favored by 25.5 here.
Yeah, I'll take Indiana. Why not?
Obviously, UCLA is going to cover because the rule of playing Michigan State is you play the worst game of the year the week after.
Yeah, I think Indiana wins handily, but I think UCLA is going to cover that 25.5. I think Indiana might just kind of be on cruise control here. I know it's not typically what Signetti does, but these aren't really tough opponents that they have coming up. So we head over now to the SEC, where the 8th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels, coming off a loss to Georgia, will travel to Oklahoma to take on the 13th-ranked Sooners. Sooners are home favorites here by 5.5.
I think Ole Miss is going to be motivated after last week. I'll go Rebs.
Same here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ole Miss as well. I think, Travis, I think you took the words out of my mouth. I think this is a motivated team. I think they could win that one. Okay, another red-hot team, 4th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide travels to Columbia, South Carolina to take on the Gamecocks. Alabama favored here by 12.5.
I think Bama survives, but I'm going to take South Carolina to cover.
I'm going to take Bama. Lenoris has been a disappointment for me.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one. I know Alabama's a much better team. I think they're kind of due for a bit of a letdown. I think they come out alive. I think this is one that Shane Beamer gets up for, though. I'm going to take South Carolina to cover the double-digit points there. Okay. 15th-ranked Missouri, led by Nikki's favorite coach, Eli Drinkowitz, traveling to another red-hot SEC team, the Vanderbilt Commodores, coming off a win against LSU last week, behind the play of Diego Pavia. Vanderbilt favored here again at home by 2.5.
I'm going to take the drink.
Yep, you know what they say. Trust your pinky, grab the drinky.
I haven't heard that one before. Okay. Yeah, no, I think Missouri here. I love Vanderbilt. I have a lot of respect for what they've done. They're just running into a lot of good teams, and I think eventually that magic, not to say will run out, but I think they're going to drop one eventually here. I think it comes this week. 11th ranked BYU traveling to Ames, Iowa to take on the Iowa State Cyclones. Iowa State unranked after dropping a couple here, but favored at home by 2.5.
I can see the home field advantage, but I'm going to go with Cougars.
Get right game for Iowa State University.
Yeah, BYU is a team I keep waiting to drop one, but they play solid. I think that they've got a good thing going. The line is sketchy for me, but I'm going to take BYU here. Heading over to the Big Ten, the 23rd ranked Illinois Fighting Illini travel west to take on the Washington Huskies. Washington at home here favored by 4.5.
Yeah, I'll take Washington. I don't really know with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Washington too. I know that Illinois has ranked and has the number next to their name, but Washington has not been bad. Jet Fish has done a pretty good job there. I'm going to take Washington at home to cover the points. Okay, number 3, Texas A&M travels to the Bayou to take on the 20th ranked Louisiana State University Tigers. This game is at night.
Yep.
In Death Valley. Texas A&M still favored by 2.5.
I'm very torn on this one because LSU has been bad recently, and they're looking for a reason to get rid of Brian Kelly, I think. Still, it's at night, and they blew a lead to A&M last year in the fourth quarter, so I'm gonna chance it and go with the Tigers on that one.
Yeah, I think you got a Death Valley at night. Come on, man.
LSU?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what they say. Red skies at night, Death Valley at night. Take the Tigers. I don't know. I'm trying to pull that one out of my ass. I really think Texas A&M is going to win this one. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Brian Kelly to do something here. I'll take the Tigers at home. Okay, boring Big Ten game of the week. Minnesota at Iowa. I don't have the spread, so we'll come back to that one. For now, we'll go to Wisconsin at number 6, Oregon. Oregon favored by 31.5. Oregon doing a Grateful Dead tribute. Very cool uniforms. The whole thing is very cool. But Oregon favored here by 31.5.
Yeah, I mean, give them more points, honestly. That Wisconsin team is like we talk about how bad our team is. Wisconsin is pretty bad too.
Yeah, you're taking Oregon, Trev?
Yes.
Yeah, same. I just don't. I want one more team to be worse than us at least, or as bad as us.
Yeah, do not want to bet against the Ducks on the Grateful Dead night. I think this is a lot of points. I think Oregon wins by 25-26, but I'll take Wisconsin here. Okay, back to Minnesota at Iowa. Iowa favored by 8.5 in this one. This is also not at night, so no night game at Kinnick. This one's at 3:30. Minnesota at Iowa. Iowa minus 8.5.
Yeah, Minnesota. Why not?
Iowa.
Iowa's offense kind of not bad this year. Minnesota coming off a nice win against Nebraska. I think a lot of people are going to jump on the points here. Tough one for me. You know what? I'll jump on the bandwagon and take Minnesota with the points to keep it close. Travis, a big one for you. SMU at Wake Forest. Wake Forest is a home dog in this one. SMU is favored by 3.5.
Yeah, I'll take SMU. I don't like that line, but yeah.
I'll go SMU as well.
I too will go SMU.
Environment.
Feels like they've righted the ship a little bit. They're 5-2. Okay, the granddaddy of them all this week. That sucker. The 25th ranked team down the road, the Michigan Wolverines, will travel to the prettiest campus in the country, East Lansing, Michigan, to take on the unranked Michigan State Spartans. Michigan comes in as road favorites of 14.5 points. The over-under is 48.5. So I will give me your pick and then score prediction.
I hate to do this. I just have no faith in our team this year. And I hope that drives some kind of rally or something to where I would never be more happy to be more wrong about this. I'm going to say Michigan 27, Spartans 14.
Look, if they have to show the savants to this team to rile them up, so be it. I guess I'll have to do my service and
yeah. Oh, damn. More viewers.
Choose against my friends. My friends at Michigan State. I'm going to go Michigan 41, Michigan State 28.
A lot of
All right.
confidence in that offense.
So both of you guys have MSU covering, but Michigan winning. Travis, your score is the under. Nikki, you're the
Yep.
over. I've got, look, very rarely on the show have I picked against Michigan State. Everyone who watches or listens probably knows I picked Michigan State to win, even when they have no chance of winning. This week is going to be different. I think, like you guys, I think they will cover. I think 14.5 is too much. But Michigan's going to win. I just think, plain and simple, this team, Michigan State, just doesn't score in the second half, it seems. We've talked about the halftime adjustments. I just think one team, although they might not be that good, is vastly superior to the other team. I've got Michigan 31-17. So Michigan State covers by the hook and the under hits. It's sad that it's come to this point, but I cannot in good conscience pick this team to win a game right now. And I've done it way longer than I should have. There's people that are listening out there that are probably like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? I mean, I think I picked Michigan State to beat UCLA 41-17. That game couldn't have gone more the opposite.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let this team make me look stupid anymore.
I'm in that same boat as you. That's exactly how I felt making my pick.
At some point, you got to put your foot down.
There's a journalistic integrity that must be taken.
Damn right.
And if they want to make me look stupid by winning the game, I'm all for that.
Oh, that would be horrible.
I would, yeah.
Happy to look stupid.
If I'm going to look stupid, that's how I would prefer it.
Yes.
Exactly. That will do it for the 74th episode of the Spartan Savants podcast. That sucker. I mean, it's a big one. There's no other way to say it. Hopefully the excitement will start to gather as we get closer to Saturday. Of course, as always, thank you to the College Huddle for letting us be the Michigan State representative for them. As always, you can find us on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, X, Instagram. Like, follow, subscribe, comments, 5-star reviews. We'll take it all. 1-star reviews, too, if you want. Any kind of review probably would help.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give us a 1-star review, you're going out of your way to do it. But yeah, anything before we sign off, you two?
Go green.
Yeah, go white.
Go white. We'll see you guys soon.